Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. We are still speaking about rental properties being both commercial or domestic in nature. We're going to be covering 5 things in this video, mainly being repairs, maintenance, initial repairs, capital and depreciation. So let's jump right in and get into the detail of those items. So number 1 is repairs. What is a repair? A repair is something that rectifies a defect rather than replace the whole structure. What can be considered as a repair? Things like repairing termite damage or repairing a tap or an air conditioning unit. All those types of things are classified as a repair because we're not throwing away the item, we're merely rectifying the damage that has been caused to it. Repair costs are items that can be immediately deducted in that particular year. Number 2, jumping onto the next item, maintenance. What is maintenance? Maintenance is something that you do to an item, an asset, to ensure that it continues to operate in the way that it's supposed to. For example, before the air conditioning unit needs repairs, stops working, we reach out to a refrigeration mechanic to come out, inspect the unit, make sure it's clean. If it needs to be regassed, they do just that, they regas it. Another example is termite spray. So before the termites go in there and do the damage, we maintain the property by paying for a pest controller to come out, spray the property, create that barrier against termites, and ensure that the property is being looked after. And maintenance costs are immediately deductible. Number 3, initial repairs. And so many people get this wrong. They don't understand it. They go out, they incur a whole lot of expenditure, thinking that it's going to be claimed in that particular year, that they incur it, but that's not the case. Initial repairs is when you buy a property sort of on the cheap, and before the property is tenanted, before a tenant is in there and you are generating rental income, you decide to repair the property. Those expenses form part of the cost base, which means they are added to the price of the property to become part of the overall cost. A quick tip for initial repairs. If you purchase the property and it doesn't need any maintenance, any repairs before a tenant is in there, then just hold off on that. Make sure that a tenant is in the property and then speak with them about organizing some repairs. But make sure you don't incur those costs before the property is tenanted. Number 4, capital expenditure. What is it? Well, capital expenditure relates to an actual structure, putting in a new asset. For example, a driveway, that is capital in nature. Putting in a new deck or a pergola, that's capital in nature. And so with capital costs, they need to be depreciated over the life of the asset. Now, depending on the type of the asset, sometimes it might be 40 years, sometimes it might be significantly less than that. And that's where you need a depreciation report, which we'll touch upon in a few moments. Number 5 is depreciation, which overlaps to some degree with capital. Ultimately, it's about getting assets and understanding how long those assets are useful for, and the depreciation is increments of the expenditure being claimed year to year depending on the life of that asset. So what are some items that we are speaking about when it comes to depreciation? Well, things like washing machines, air conditioning units. Their life is not as significant as, say, the property itself, the structure of the property. So going back again, ideally you need a depreciation report. A depreciation report will break up those items into what's structural and what is not. We've put together a separate video on the depreciation schedule, or they call a surveyor's report. We'll link that either in the comments or to this video. Have a look at that. If you have any questions, reach out or speak to your accountant, who should be able to give you a little bit more help. As always, we hope this video has been helpful to you. If you know anyone in your network who can benefit from it, please share it with them. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell to be reminded, alerted of videos as they are posted to the YouTube channel. And we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks again.